Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. Today is January the 20th, right? 20th, 2020. And on today's episode, as part of our Maintain Your Mower series in the wintertime, we're going to be doing the hydro oil. Don't let this scare you, it's not a hard job. So you're going to need three basic things. You're going to need some hydro oil. I'm going to use the AMS oil. This is the 20W50 hydrostatic transmission fluid, specifically for zero turns. I'm also going to be using a factory Wright hydro filter, and I'm going to be using these. So basically the reason that you want to do this is because the most expensive repair that you will ever have on your mower is going to be your hydrostatic drive system. Do not, please, think that hydro oil is permanent. I know I've read stories of people say, well, I've had this mower for 1,100 hours and I've never changed the hydro fluid and it's just fine. All right. When you have to spend $2,500, $3,000 to get your pump rebuilt or your drives rebuilt, mow on, son, mow on. Listen, this is not an expensive job, okay? All you have to do this is do it once a year, okay? Do it annually. Now, you can use, I think Wright specifies 15W20, but you can use 15W50, and this is 2050. AMS oil, I use AMS oil in everything I own. It's awesome stuff. The filter is going to run you about, it'll run you under $20. Now I tried to find another name brand filter that was equivalent. I don't know who makes this filter. I usually will use Wix because that's a super high quality. All I could find was Sten, I think, or this, and I just went with this. It's probably the exact same filter. I don't know, but I'm going back with the Wright. So, also, one thing that I didn't tell you you're going to need some type of evacuation device. I'm going to show you how to do that because we've got to get the old hydro oil out of the tank. So, without making this very long, and trust me, this is not a hard job. Let me show you exactly how to do it. So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to gain access to the hydro reservoir. Now on this mower, the 36i, you just lift up the pad here and the hydro tank is right here. Now let me show you something very important. When you do this, I've already cleaned this off, but you will have this also acts as the cap and it also acts as a vent. You will have a ton of, well, I had grass and dirt and all that around that. Please clean that off before you open that cap. There should be absolutely nothing on there at all. I'm going to clean this again just to be proactive, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is I think a Mighty Mite 5000. I'm going to take this hose, create a vacuum with this, and we will evacuate all the fluid out of here. Now, the only way that I can get all this fluid out efficiently is to tilt the mower to one side or the other. I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to tilt it this way, and that will allow me to stick this down here into the very corner and get that fluid evacuated out. So let's do that next. I'm going to make doubly and triply sure that this cap has nothing under it that could fall into the tank. Alright, I'm having all kinds of camera difficulties. So anyway, I've got the Mighty Mite hooked up here, and I've got a really good vacuum going, and this oil, this hydro fluid, is being evacuated out of here. And I think this system holds about 3 quarts, but I don't know how much is just in the tank itself. So anyway, I'm going to let this drain. As you can see, we are slowly filling up, and I'll come back when it's done. Alright, so I was able to get almost 2 quarts out of the reservoir tank itself. So next, we'll move to the oil filter. Alright, so next is the oil filter, or the hydro oil filter. And I've got my magnet on here, and I'm just going to clean this off. This is the original factory filter. I've got a catch pan I'm going to put under there. I've also got this pig blanket. It's called a pig blanket. It's for absorbing. Its designed use is to absorb oil, and it works outstandingly well. So let me see if I can remove this by hand. Okay. That oil looks as fresh as it does coming out of the bottle. Okay. Let me wipe this off one more time. And this also is a clean paper towel. It is not a dirty one. Alright, I've got a ton of funnels, all shapes and sizes. So what I had to do was I had to take this funnel right here and put a piece of vinyl tubing on the end of it. Ed Wright, if you're watching, I love your mowers to death, but putting this tank here with the tiny ass fill up like this, that was messed up. Please re-engineer this. You could have a curved neck or something right here. There's plenty of room. So anyway, I'm going to just put this piece of tubing in here. Alright. Yeah, this is just all kinds of wrong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, it's going to probably take me a while to put 2 quarts in here. So I will fast forward you guys through this so you don't have to watch this pain. Alright, so I'm gonna crank the mower up. It's almost to where it needs to be, but I want to fill the filter up a little bit, and then I'll be able to have an idea of the level more accurately. Alright, so I gotta tell you guys, this is the other pet peeve I have about this mower. This sight glass right here, because of the angle, this fitting, even when the tank was empty, if you just looked at it, you would say that it's full. Because it's supposed to be, the oil is supposed to be halfway in the sight glass. So, the level of the sight glass is right there. So I'm going to have to use the dipstick method. I've just got a zip tie right here, and I'm going to see if the oil is even on there. It's not. Let's see, it needs to be, I need to go down that far. So according to my little dipstick here, it's got enough oil in it. Yeah, this sight glass is just, you can't see. This would have been, here's an idea, Ed. Make this out of a some type of a plastic, high temperature plastic that you can see the level and not have to guess. So one more time. So yeah, I mean, I took out took out 2 quarts from the tank, and then there's a little bit in the filter and a little bit that dripped out. So I put a little bit more than 2 quarts back in. It's definitely not over full, that's for sure. But I'm going to keep an eye on it. So anyway, hopefully guys, this helped you. Hopefully that you're not scared to do your hydro oil. Do it once a year on all your zero turns, and you will keep your hydrostatic system lasting for a very long time. So anyway guys, thank you for watching this series. I've got other things coming up about the winter mower maintenance, and I'll put those out very soon because I'm going to try to do all this stuff in a couple of days, and I'll film it. And if you have any questions, leave any comments below. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I will talk to you on the next video.